trillion market cap. Owen and I were just running through, comparisons, what it actually means. But at the end of the day, is it just another number?
Well, I think you have a great point there. I think at the end of the day, it's a great milestone. But honestly, the fundamentals haven't changed. It's still a great company. Arguably, it's still cheap. 15 times earnings, as you just noted, with 32% earnings growth. That's a cheap company. Having said that, though, I do believe a company and stock like Apple is symptomatic of this huge run that we've seen in growth stocks, the FANG stocks. And honestly, there could be some evidence of things, the growth style cracking, if you will, with Facebook's miss a couple of weeks ago. So going forward, I think for Apple to sort of maintain its leadership, it's really got to innovate. Overall earnings were great, but there are some signs like MacBooks. They've sold fewer MacBooks than they have since 2010. If you look at the lineup of the Mac computers, it's actually a couple of years old. So innovation is key for Apple going forward.
So this is the issue, isn't it? I mean, the growth that we've seen in this company is quite outstanding, since it was first begun. But what really changed the company's fortunes was the launch of the iPhone. And then that absolutely turned things around. So as you said, something that Tim Cook hasn't done yet, got that next product out there in the market that is going to have an impact like the original iPhone had back in 2007. I mean, are you hearing anything on the street there that there's something in the pipeline?
Well, they've been trying to do things on a periphery. The earbuds have sold very well. The watch is selling okay. But keep in mind, Apple does have these services platform. So once you have an Apple iPhone and you're locked into the iCloud, you're probably not going to be leaving anytime soon, especially if you have all your photos of your family and friends, all on your iCloud. So from that perspective, you are sort of in their architecture. But despite that, despite a great services business, the company still needs to innovate. And that's really the biggest question going forward.
Okay, so King, at these prices where we are right now, over $1 trillion in terms of market cap, would you say buy Apple? Is Apple a buy at this level?
I wouldn't say it's a strong buy. I would say it's a buy with a lowercase b, if you will, just because I think the stock is still relatively cheap. But I think if they continue to innovate and make great products, then I would say, yeah, I think Apple looks good from here. But like I said, I think Apple's still a great company. It's still cheap, but at current valuations, the upside, I don't think you're going to get a couple of 1,000% like we've seen in the last 10 years.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.